Wonderful. This is my new belt. This one, now I can travel anywhere with this new belt. We just got this from Lộc Uyển khi mà thầy went to Lộc Uyển last Sunday, so that's pretty cool. All right. Today, the warm-up game is also some skill that I intend to teach you in lesson number 6. That's about improvs. This is pretty beneficial for you when you try to work as a team or you try to disagree with somebody, but instead of make them feel hurt or feel like you in the opposite position with them, you can use this improv technique to make sure they feel like, okay, this person is with me instead of not with me. So this is a very, very, very important technique for all of us to learn. Okay, so this is very, very good to practice. The game is very simple. All you have to do is listen to the person that working with you, and whatever they saying, you need to continue the story with the word yes and something. We don't say but in improv. We don't say but when people provide feedback to people, because but imply you ready to go opposite with whatever they saying. So we always continue with yes and something, and this is a very important technique in improv when you study. So today we will play. Thầy will start with a sentence and Thầy will call the next name, and then you will pick that up and then you will continue to play with us. I think it looks like Summer is not available to turn on her mic, so she might not be able to practice. So we can just practice a few times. The key is here that even though we agree with something, but we still try to make the story make sense, right? So we have to come up with a story that makes sense. For instance, and this is improv, that's mean humor. We also work on your improv and your humor at the same time here. One day I discovered a hidden school in the mountain. They can start with something like that. Like I discovered a hidden mountain school in the mountain, and then the next person, let's say they go on, but can say yes and, but then he adds a twist to it, something interesting to the story. And the children using rocks as pencil, right? That doesn't make any sense. How can you use rock as a pencil? And then, but at least he used the yes and in that, and then he can call up on Lương, and Lương can yes and something, so we continue the story. Okay, so that's the warm-up game that we play today. Don't worry about right or wrong. This is, we just have it fun and make sure it's a fast pace, because this is, we say all of this thing without a lot of thinking. Okay, so Thầy, you're going to start something that, and then Thầy will call on the next person. Are we all ready? We are ready? All right, really good. One day, I found a bag of so many monies, that's like billion of dollars, and I have no idea what to do with this money. Lương.
Oh my God.
You have to keep the story.
Yes. And an idea appeared in my mind that is, wow, I can use it to build school for poor children in
Good.
Vietnam. Yeah.
That's it. And call on the next person.
But
Yes, and
Keep going.
yes, students are going to school happily and without shoes.
Continue. Is Summer available to talk? Can you Summer unmute? If not, call a different person.
Yes. Sorry, everyone. Just keep going.
Continue with the story. Yes. Go ahead, Summer.
Um.
Okay, look like Summer is not ready to find a quiet place. That's okay. And then Thầy can take over. Don't worry about it. And then whenever you're ready, you can join us. Summer, Thầy can pick it up. Okay. Yes. And this school is very interesting because the children are the teacher and the teacher are the children. All right, so that's just a warm-up that we play. Let's play one more game, improv, okay? Don't worry about the right or wrong, because when you do improv, there's no right or wrong. And the more you can think fast, the more crazy thing that you can do. It's a fun game. So it's just practice the skill, not focus so much about, we can make the story make sense and beautiful, then great, but if not, doesn't matter. All right, Thầy go on. No, that's not a fair. Thầy keep starting, so this time Thầy let Lương start.
Thank you, thầy Jimmy, for interesting warm-up for our lesson today. So next, we will come to the main, and we will come to our lesson for.
Not yet gone. Let's play the game one more time so people can feel for it. So let's play the game one more time. We still play the game improv one more time. So just want you to start the game.
Play one more time.
Yes, and you start.
Yeah, okay, I understood. So,
Fast.
So one day, I found a beautiful jacket. Yeah, but I don't remember why. I don't remember again. So one day, I found an interesting book, but
No, but that should be good enough.
Interesting book, and I don't remember reason why that book is here.
Go on the next person.
Còn mỗi thầy thôi ạ.
That's okay. All right, that's fine. Not sure what he must hit the wrong button. And yes, and do you know the title of the book is very interesting. How to eat phở with a fork. Summer. Okay, look like these Summer is still not ready. All right, so thầy call back to Lương. Lương, back to you.
Sorry, thầy. And yes, that book is actually for the foreigner to teach people how to eat and introduce Vietnamese cuisine.
Good, very good. All right, call in the next person, call.
Sonny?
Sunny not here, but it just dropped out something. So you either call Thầy or Lương, that we can wrap up the story.
Okay, Lương.
Yes, and after I read this book, I can discover so many things that I think that is really helpful for me.
All right. Call Thầy and then I can wrap it up.
Cô thầy.
Go. Yes, and the book became the bestseller on Amazon, and we so happy for that because everybody now understand how to eat phở with a fork. The end. Okay, Look like Betsy's back. Okay, this is a game that if you practice a lot, you'll be really good at it and you can hone in your skills. The improv, the yes and technique, the improv technique is very powerful when you answer questions, especially with hostile questions. Very good when you warm up your team early in the morning when you want something excited and get them going. It will be a little bit tough at first because people hesitate. This is pretty demanding because you have to be quick and fast, but this is something that comedians really good at. And when you watch comedian, you will see how they play this game very masterfully, and they never say but. They always agree with the person and they build on the story, because when you say something opposite, it make you kill the buds and then it make it really hard. With that, they roll into the key technique that they want to teach all of you today. It's the 4E framework, right? This is 4E framework. This is the framework mainly they use a lot in my teaching and my training, right? And what does that mean? It does not have to be in order. Every time they give a speech, they would try to make sure they entertain. That means, add the humor, make people laugh, have very educational, very energized, and very, very, very empowered, meaning my call to action got to have a meaning to it. It sounds very simple, but it's not that simple because you need to work all of this in, and it doesn't matter a long speech, short speech, they will try to do all of that. And I will do a quick demonstration. You can see it does not have to be the right speech. It does have to be a polish, but they will emphasize, and then maybe you can call out where is one of these E's in there. Where is my story is entertaining? Where's my story educational? Where's my story is energizing? Where's my story is empowered? Okay, so everybody ready? You can keep up the timer and then maybe give 3 minutes. They give something very quick, very short. So that's why all you can see how to demonstrate this 4E technique. Okay, ready, learn? So the speech will be Coca-Cola. That's the title of my mini speech.
Okay, so I'm ready.
I'm ready.
What is your title?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Okay, so Coca-Cola, Zimitai, Coca-Cola.
Here I am, 30,000 feet up in the air. Something to drink? Coca-Cola. Coffee or tea? Coca-Cola. Chicken or beef? Coca-Cola. I was on the flight from refugee camp in Thailand to my first port of call in America, Seattle. And Coca-Cola was the first English word, and that's the only words I knew at that time. But I remember vividly the flight attendant with perfect ruby red fingernail. When she popped the can, she spills a few drops on my arms. She apologized. I'm sorry. I sat there and didn't know how to respond. I knew Coca-Cola is not the answer. She repeated again, I'm sorry. And I sat there in complete silence. For the rest of the flight, I stared at the darkness, the ocean of darkness outside my window, wondering how I'm going to survive in this new country where I have no education, no money, and most importantly, no ability to speak English. But by the time I landed in Seattle, I make a vow that by all costs, by all means, by all efforts and energy within me, I will conquer this English and I will master this, so I will not have this uneasy, embarrassed moment when I cannot answer people anymore. Long story short, I work on my English with ESL classes. I joined Toastmaster and reduce my accent, and I start public speaking so I can share my idea and motivate people. It doesn't matter where you start, with dedication, hard work, and determination, you will achieve whatever you achieve. You can see in the picture my TED Talk when I inspire people to build school for poor children. And after 9.5 years, we built 185 projects in 10 countries over the world. So my challenge to all of you is, what will you drink on the airplane the next time? What is your Coca-Cola story? And I hope it doesn't matter where you begin. I really want to challenge you, believe in yourself, dedicate hard work, and one day you will share with the world your own Coca-Cola story. Back to you, Adam, MC, Lương Lê. Okay, so that's a quick demonstration, and believe it or not, this is something that just get up early this morning and they jot it down. They say, oh, I cannot teach the 4E technique without doing demonstrations. So I have to do that demonstration quick and fast. You can turn on your mic, if your microphone, if you can talk, stuff like that, and just raise your hand and share. Where is one of these 4E's fall into when you listen to my short speech just right now? Where's the entertainment? Where's the education? Where's the energized? Where's the empowered? Start with Beth, so we can go fast.
I feel like the empowered moment is when the moment you realize you have this determination to study English, to join class, to join public speaking, to have this laser focus to study English and conquer the language, to reduce the accent.
So what letter, what E is that you see in here?
Empowered.
Empowered. Very good. All right, good. How about you, Lương? Lương, what E do you find from the stories that I just shared?
I also found about empower when you share in the conclusion of your speech. Yeah.
Okay. So the call to action, right, is empower people to go do the same. Okay. What else? What is the entertainment value? Where is the entertain?
Entertain. About entertain, I understand that is something make us interesting. Yes. So I think about Coca-Cola.
Right. So the story from the beginning, right? The encounter with the flight attendant. By the way, that's a real story. That's not the makeup story. That truly is a real story that I carry that with me forever. That's why it's an experience, and we try to work that, entertain, we try to educate. Here the key is that you can be a refugee in America, you can be an immigrant, and you have all this hard work, but with hard work, dedication, you can overcome your obstacle or your belief or whatever that the challenges that you come, right? You get challenged. So those are education value of it. Summer, can you share whatever you listen on, or you cannot hear from the background noise? Okay, if Summer cannot share, then we move on. So we make sure we're on schedule, because I do need to get to the next session after this. All right, so now we will go to our practice at regular, and thầy will let Lương run the rest of the meeting so I can focus on listening to the speech that you all prepare, okay? Now thầy really pay attention, not the 4E's technique, because this is something you just learned today. It's not fair to expect you to use it, but thầy will expect you all using the hero journeys and also the SCR framework that we learned in the last 2 weeks. Okay, with that, Lương, you can take over the meeting.
Thank you. So, the fact you use the title of the speech, that is the man in the mirror, or you change. Hello, back. Do you still use your title, that is the man in the mirror, or you
Yes.
change? Oh, okay.
And
Okay, so the man in the mirror. Bác Nguyễn. Bác Nguyễn. The man in the mirror.
one summer, one silent night, one mirror. That is all it takes for a 4 years old boy from turning a boy, coming the summer of 2017. I joined summer 5 days outside of Hanoi, in Vietnam, which I was in middle school, high, unsure of myself, and to be honest, I was lost. I didn't know where I was going. My grades were low. I didn't have a lot of friends. I had no motivation. Most days, I was just drifting away, zoning out into the wild. My parents sent me this boot camp, hoping that I would get better grades and better student. And all I thought was it was just a trip. It was only a vacation, but it wasn't just a. It was much. It was something. They taught us to have better time management, to be a better leader, build discipline, to build habits, to but most important to face ourselves. On one hand, they turned off all the lights. It was complete dark. Soft music was background, and still can remember the music. And we were told, and then someone placed a mirror, and they said, "This is the most important person in your life. Look at what you have made this person went. Look at their pain, their regrets, their suffering, all the mistakes you have created for them. How many times you disappointed this person, forgot to love this person." And then I broke down crying. After that boot camp, nothing else. My grades didn't went up, and people didn't treat me the same. My classmates still treat me the same, but something inside has changed. That summer, I stopped waiting for someone else to fix me. I started taking responsibility to fix myself. I told myself, "You're better than this," but and one mindset has stuck with me. Be confident, be optimistic, and then you with it. If I haven't gone to this boot camp, I wouldn't know where I would be at this point. I wouldn't be West, and I would probably still be stuck in Vietnam in the same old place. I didn't live with perfect or a new reputation, but I left with more powerful, a mirror, and a promise to never look away from it again. Because growth doesn't start when people believe in you. It starts when yourself. That summer, I left. I met the man.
Congratulations for your speech. Yeah. So, 1 minute to evaluate for with with the best speech.
1 minute of silence so we can comment first. Go.
Yeah.
You can ask for the evaluator of his speech.
Yes, so thầy can evaluate for him. It's okay.
Be fine. All right. So, but definitely a very strong opening, very succinct, sentence by sentence. It got people attention right away. That's pretty good. Also, it painted what the speech is all about. That's a very, very good opening. Hand gestures. Be very careful. For the first minute or so, the hand gesture is very unpurposeful and distracting. After you hit the middle part, you start focus and it flow a lot better, and the hand gesture improve as well. So watch out for that. We have not studied the body language course, so I don't really want to be too harsh on this, but just watch the video over and over and study it. Your eye contact still up in the sky. You still look up the ceiling quite a bit. Also, your microphone is really badly. They only can hear about 30 to 40%. So make sure that, next time, check out or watch the video and you can see when Learn's uploaded how badly the sound for the people to listen. The call to action toward the end, the conclusion, very strong, very inspiring. And I really believe that this speech is something will make the people that you try to present this to, or the customer that you might want to build rapport with, very feel that they know you a lot and they could connect with you. Great speech. Good job. That's the end of my evaluation.
Thank you, thầy Jimmy. And next, chị Summer ơi, can you speak? Can you present the speech? So I think that
Chị cũng chưa có settle được. Chị Summer. Yeah.
Sorry. Can I text instead?
The title of your speech gone?
Huh? Hello?
title.
I already texted, so yeah.
You also used your title in the last week, or you change?
Sorry mọi người, chắc con quay video hôm nay lại quá.
Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, we do need to get going. So, Leung, you can present that we really have a hard time in the public place.
Yeah.
Is your title still the same, Leung, or you do something different?
$1, one passion.
Okay, same thing. Good job. You say $1. You didn't say $1 this time. All right. Our next speakers, Miss Leung Lei, $1, one passion. $1, one passions, Miss Leung Lei.
With $1, what can we do? Enjoy a cup of coffee, drink a glass of lemon tea, or build a school. What? Build a school with $1? Unbelievable. You think so? Right. But I believe it because I did it. Not one, not two, but 3 times. And it became my passion of my life. So, how to build a school with $1? And how can we find our own passion? I was just an 11th grader, stuck between 4 walls with the computer screen during the COVID-19. With an outgoing person like me, wow, it's so terrible. My eyes are like pump, staying up late. Not because of studying, but because of romantic comics. My grades falling down so fast. from the top of the class. It's still at the top, but from the bottom. Look it up. The thing I care just about go to school, eat, and wonder what would happen next in the stories I read. My life is so mediocre, with no passion. But everything began to change when I met my teacher, Jimmy. I heard his story about beauty school with just $1. And that moment changed my life. I see a path of the life for underprivileged students, and I realize how someone as small as I am can still make a difference in their lives. And I wish that one day I could also build a school. So how? Using my speaking skill, I delivered a speech in front of almost 1,000 people in my high school. From a student, I asked for $1 to have built a school. And in the evening, my phone, ting ting, I received 200,000 Vietnam dong. It's equal to 40 breakfasts for one student. It's really high for one student, high student. And I said that I truly admire you. Your speech touched my heart. I believe in the passion. It was a moment of happiness I could never forget. The first time I felt a successful speech, and I realized the passion of my life. Finally, I raised a total of about $1,300 in the first project, and $5,000 on project 2 and 3. And now I'm continue working on project 4. I'm living in my passion. So how do you find the passion? My answer is just do it. Go out and experience. Only when we do, we understand and know if we fit it or not, we love it or not. Like hiking, we often see images of someone standing on the top of the mountain, taking selfie and goodness. But we don't see how hard their journey to climb is. So, can we build a school with $1? Know this answer? Give it to me, and I will show you. Thank you.
Take a minute of silence so we can provide feedback for Ms. Liu. But when you have a chance, you can evaluate. I know that you kind of in and out, but whatever you listen or whatever you can hear, I just want you to practice. Give her evaluation after a minute of silence, okay? Okay, let's go.
First of all, sorry, Thầy. My phone keeps shutting down due to overheat. It just feels like it's gonna explode any time. But for chị Lương Lê, your speech was great. You have a great title. I love your title. $1, one passion. It is just a great title, a great hook that would pull anyone to towards that speech, and I feel like you have really mastered the visual effect, the body language, and the visual effect. You still need a little bit improvement on your English accent, but I do see a lot of improvement from you. So great job.
Okay, quick feedback with thầy. Your time, 4 minutes and 20 seconds, is pretty long. You definitely can do that speech in 3 minutes if you focus on where to take out the information or where you can speak faster. There's certain places you slow down and you spoke with the right pace, but there's certain part when you get excited and when you update, not only one, not only twice, but 3 times, those that you can build up fast. Some places you can slow down emphasis. The first project I raised over 1,000, but the second and the third I raised to 5,000, and for this one I'm working on right now with another 5,000. I hope you can join me. I hope you can support me. Those are more information that we can definitely use to call to action and make it more empowered to people, right? You definitely improved quite a bit since the last time they mentioned a lot about your pronunciation with the English, and there's still quite a few words that they jotted down, and then we can work that after the meeting tomorrow when we do the live stream update on BuildASchool Foundation. But continue working on your English pronunciation. That would be your number one focus. They know every other skill that you already have and you master, but the skill that you need to focus on for the next month or so is work on your pronunciation. Okay, try to reduce the accent. We don't try to eliminate, we try to reduce. Overall, great job. All right. I think the summer probably not be able to join us here. Oh, the summer give you some feedback. Okay, that's good. All right, the summer, is there a place that right now you can perform your speech, or still too noisy and too crowded?
Sorry, Thầy. No, I know. So sorry, Thầy. I just like listen to that. I can't perform right now.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, thầy end up, thầy sẽ wrap up and end the session early. Okay, that's fine. Cool. All right, let's go around and just get some quick feedback of what we learned today. It's been a month, right? This is session number 4 already. You already learned how to apply the talk to the hand, very simple way to structure your speech. How do you have the wow opening, how you can tell the story and make the point. I know that I only give you 3-4 minutes, so we only can summarize in 1 or 2 stories in that 4 minutes. But it's just a framework that you need to continue to develop. And also the call to action. How do you empower? How do you challenge the listener what to do? So that's a quick talk to the hand summarize. And then we went into the detail of what is the story development. In the story development, we use the journey hero. What is the character? What is the problem? What is the low point, high point? How do you overcome that obstacle and you achieve the result? And what is the meaning? What is the message that we try to motivate people? Pay attention to how they speak. Pay attention to how Hương speak. It's not fair to compare with Lương because she's been tell Thầy for almost 4 years now. She's been practiced a lot of these skills. And yeah, it's kind of unfair to listen to her in English because English is definitely something she learns on her own. And I think that's tremendously great to listen to her speech in English. But if you have the chance to listen to her in Vietnamese, you will see the powers of her communication skill when she delivers. And also with the MC at her career, at her hobbies, she honed in that skill pretty good. So maybe next time we'll ask them to present something in Vietnamese for 2-3 minutes, so you can see the contrast, because it's hard to evaluate her just based on her limited English, speaking ability, right? And also we learned about the SCR framework technique. So today you learned another 4E technique. So at this point in time, you have enough material to write a very good speech. And this today is the last time that we will use your personal story. from this point forward, we not use your personal story anymore. I want you to apply all of the techniques and work on another 3 to 5 minutes speech completely new, but we focus a lot more on exactly why you here in this class, right? Why you learning these skills. Either you try to sell a product, you try to sell the service, or you try to do a fundraise by storytelling, whatnot. Now take what you learned in the last month or so and start develop a real speech. And I will add on the body language. I think you kind of learn quite a bit about body language by observing others, and go back and watch the videos of yourself and watch the video of other people, so you can see how we pay eye contact, how do we learn to practice eye contact, how do we learn to control the room by looking around, how do we use the body language in terms of your hands, how do we use the face gesture, and all of this, and how do we use to change our voice, when do we speak fast, when do we speak slow, when do we pause to add the drama, or we add the turning points, or we add some reflection, in our speeches, right? So those are all the things that we've been practicing quite a bit, even though I'm not calling out technique by technique, but pay attention to that. And the Q&A is something that we practice a little bit today with the improv. So I kind of like advance a lot of your learning instead of making class by class for the next 3 classes or so. Start working, your homework will be start working on the new speech and put it to good use. Whatever you intend to use this knowledge to do your day job or your work or your career, whatnot, think about that transition, right? With thầy, it's not learning, it's not about just learning for the heck of learning. That's a waste of your time, that's a waste of my time. How do you apply all of this and start putting to real work, apply to your day job? That's the reason why we're here. And I want to start transition you from a learner to be a speaker. And that's the part that you need to focus on. Okay, with that, let's go around the room real quick and see what we can have. And then I need to wrap up this meeting because I do have a next meeting to go to. All right, let's start with you, Bud.
Yeah, question. So just to be clear, are we doing another speech for about 3 to 5 minutes?
Correct. Your time is 3 to 5 minutes, not more than that. Because right now, if I make you do a 7 minutes, you will struggle with everything that we've been learning. So keep it short.
And about any topic that is relevant to our career life.
Yes.
And I have another question. So about one of my bad habits, I tend to look up into the ceilings to upward, left, and then right to gather thoughts and memories. So how can I change that, or is that necessary a bad thing, thầy?
It's extremely bad. Thầy tends to do similar when I think I look up in the ceiling too. Because when my student asks me a question, I try to think. Instead of looking at the camera, I will look up, because my habit is that when I wear glasses when I go teach or when I talk to people. I play with my glasses because that gives me a chance to think, right? It's okay when you have a conversation, you're in the meeting session, but if you present at the speaker or present in front of people, those are bad habits. You need to watch your video. I'm pretty sure none of you done that yet. You need to watch your video, you need to record you, and you need to perform. None of you practice enough, I can tell. Because the reason you still have to think, because you're not internalize. I don't use the word memorize, but I say internalize, meaning you have to practice your speech to the point that you can get up and deliver it without thinking about it. None of you practice enough. If you practice less than 10, 20 times per week before you're showing me, you're not taking this class serious enough. Because, and at least you have to record yourself, watch yourself, and when you watch yourself, mute the sound. So at first you mute the sound, you watch your body language, you watch how your facial expression, and second, now you watch with sound, and then you can see how do you communicate, how do you connect with people. And those are the practices that all of us professional speakers get to practice, let alone all of you that's still learning. So those are the things that thầy will make it very clear to all of you. None of you practice to the point that thầy expect all of you practice enough, because you have not really changed much from the first time I met you until today. And by this time, after almost 3-4 weeks, I should be able to see the improvement. And I have not seen that, just because none of you practice hard enough. And that's the part that thầy will not tolerate for this point forward. If you don't practice at least 10 times and record at least 1 or 2 times during those 10 practice and watch you over and over, then you're not doing enough to become a great speaker. Okay, so those are something they will tell you very honestly. And if you say that, oh no, I practiced more than 10 times, then definitely you have not recorded yourself and watched yourself, because these are the things that we use the camera and fix it yourselves, ourselves. The camera will be a very honest friend to be your coach in this journey if you take it seriously. I hope I answer your question, but
Thank you, thầy.
yeah. Okay. All right. Lương.
Have no question.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ask your question, con.
So, chị Summer, do you have any question?
No, for me, I think like I think like thầy Jimmy is correct. So I listen to him and I think like I'm not like really focused or pay enough like attention. Yeah, and I do agree that like to practice on a camera, especially for like public speaking, is kind of hard in front of people and also in front of a camera too. So the way that I did is I look at myself, but sometimes even at me, I can look at myself in the video. So I try to, because my eye contact, I gotta look somewhere else and like not interact with the camera.
Good. Right. Thầy appreciate con Summer. Thầy know that con in Vietnam, in Hội An, and you have a lot of activity, you have a lot of things to do. But this is something that thầy really want to teach you about the discipline and the commitment in life, right? We are busy. We all have a lot of things to do. They all respect that. They all understand that. But if you schedule something, you commit to something, try to have the discipline and try to have the commitment to that activity so you can be really good at it. Otherwise, you will go through life with so many things and you let things run you instead of you run things. In life, the master your schedule, try to control what you want to do is extremely important life skill that they try to teach you here. They not try to be hard. They always try to teach you all with a lot of love and compassion, but at the same time they have the strict so you can be better and you're not going to face somebody out in real life that they can give you a very hard lessons that you might not be able to take. So this is a very safe and very nurturing environment that I just try to remind you that gently. Okay, all right. Anything? The summer is done. Lương, any feedback from you, Con, and then we can wrap it up.
Yes, so I think our lesson today is really interesting with me. So I really like our warm up today. Yeah. And yeah, it's okay.
Yes, and that's a good way to wrap up the meeting. All right, I'm turn over to you to wrap it up, and Lương stay on the phone with thầy, on the Zoom with thầy for a couple of minutes before I have to hop up to my next meeting. Okay. Let me take a look really quick. What are we gonna do next? Next section would be the favorite part of everybody, body language, how we make ourselves likable, right? This is a very good example. They show you two pictures right here. Same person, you probably recognize who's in the pictures. What picture do you like better and why? We don't have to answer the question, but this is something that we can tell you when you present, when you be in front of the people. These are the things that people look at you. Are you likable or not? People don't have to love you. People have to like you as a speaker, and that's the technique that we have to make sure. How can we use our body language? How can we use our voice? How can we use our facial expression and make us likable? And there's a lot of things to say about just the two pictures of the same person, but which one people like more, which one people like less. All right, with that, Lương, can you wrap it up with the minute of mindfulness, Carl?
Yes, so thank you, Thầy Jimmy, so much for our lesson today. And today we will wrap our lesson by 1 minute of mindfulness. Back to Thầy.
Focus on your breathing again. Don't think too much. Be mindful and appreciate the time that we spend together. All right, thank you everybody. For folks in America, have a wonderful Friday. I already think about Saturday. I have to be up in LA. I have to drive up to LA tomorrow to meet a friend, Toastmaster friend flying in from Singapore for the conference. So I already think it was Saturday. And for folks in Vietnam and Asia, have a good night. I see you next week.
Have a
Lương,
great
stay on the phone
weekend.
with thầy.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you,
See you
everyone,
next
for
week.
the presentation. See you.
All right.
Stop.
Contact the recording. Yeah.
Yes.